Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here on the show. I don't even know what to title this video because it's gonna be Rant, but it's basically about wrestling here. I talked about it a few days ago. I think I might have talked about it not last night, but the night before. A few nights ago, ranted about wrestling. The Wrestlemania bill, basically talking about how it sucks. This video's basically being rant, basically just my frustration with WWE, just wrestling in general right now. It's terrible. I do not know any other way to put it. I've been praising WWE. Don't take this as, oh, I've always hated WWE. I've been praising it for a while. But this WrestleMania season, it sucks. I do not know what else to tell you guys. These international shows last two have sucked. Smackdown, trash. Raw, trash. Besides the opening segment was the only thing I liked. It feels like WWE are just relying on these international crowds to carry the belts while they're going over there, just relying on them to carry the belt. It's just these shows have no sense of urgency whatsoever. They're uninspired. WrestleMania is supposed to be your Super Bowl, basically. What are you doing, man? The shit is fucking ass. I don't feel anything. I do not feel moved with this WrestleMania card. We're 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. I am not having fun. It feels like we're building just other stuff, like multi-man matches. Just a shameful episode. And the other thing, obviously we have CM Punk, Seth Rollins will probably show up during this build towards a triple threat, but the thing is, Roman's schedule's actually probably been 2 weeks since he came back in MSG, and now from 3 different people we've gotten promos advertising his appearances for when he actually decides to show up, and the one time he did, he spoke for less than 5 minutes on Smackdown and showed us nothing. I like Roman, but holy fuck. Not trying to dog him, but he should show up more and show he still cares, at least. No, part-time. No point being in this feud then. Just have it be CM Punk, Seth Rollins if he's a part-timer. Have it be a one-on-one match. Or just put Drew McIntyre in since he has history with both of them. It's so frustrating. And they're doing a stupid contract signing for a triple threat with no title. And sure, a number 1 contenders match wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, then it can maybe justify one of them being the main event, CM Punk. They don't need a stupid contract signing, but maybe a stipulation? I don't know. And then this shit. What's this? America Grande, or what the fuck that luchador their debuting is? I'm being honest. This fucking stinks. I'm sorry. It's just stupid. We know it's Chad Gable. Just, why do we have to do this? El Grande Americano in the Gulf of America. It's terrible, dude. A lot of people are like, oh, it's racist or something. I'm not gonna talk about that, but they definitely need riders. They need riders who are not ignorant, out of touch. Because this is not just. It doesn't move me, dude. This is towards WrestleMania season. I do not give a fuck about El Grande Americano. I'm being honest. I'm not going to speak and say all the angles racist. I don't know. It is just very piss poor and deplorable to me. Oh, and Smackdown a few days ago, yeah, got 1.4 million viewers. WWE's hot right now, Triple H says. Used to fucking love Triple H booking, now I just fucking hate it. Oh, but March Madness games. Yeah, it was gonna be down regardless. Nobody's watching this boring fuck. No, this boring fucking shit. And Raw was fine. The show was fine. I don't care for it, though. The El Grande Americano shit is just piss poor. The builds to WrestleMania have been lackluster, hollow, dull, boring, to be quite honest. The show itself is fine to good with in-ring stuff. When you look at it through a bigger scope and storytelling aspect, it's horrible. Because you're basically having the same shit, brawls, same promos. The creative is just a mess. I'm being honest with you guys. Maybe people don't feel the same way people do. I'm just expressing how I feel. And Cody and Cena have another promo next week. Hopefully it's... The one today was good. It's the only thing I actually liked, really, from this show. One of the only things. But it just stinks, dude. They be making these fans pay enormous ticket prices for mediocre book shows. Sure, being in the crowd is cool, but... Holy fuck, dude. Having these shows earlier just to watch mediocre crap. And then at the end, was Triple H fucking ruining wrestling. I think Triple H overestimates the interest in the downfall of this Judgment Day shit. This group hasn't been the same since they broke them up with Rhea and Damian Priest. Why are we closing out Mania editions of Monday Night Raw with Carlito standing tall? Don't hate Carlito, but fuck, man. This shouldn't be the closing angle. This should not be the closing angle to some of your last draws before your biggest show of the year. I just don't feel like this Judgment Day angle is interesting enough to close out Road to Mania Raws. Why is this once again the lead angle on the show? I'm just not feeling WWE product right now. Especially to build to this year's Mania. It's like they repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over the past couple of weeks and hope they change that and things will get better anytime soon. Raw was just meh. Oh, and they're announcing Io and Rhea next week with Bianca being the special guest referee. Yeah, it's going to end in a DQ. It's going to be a triple threat match. How predictable. But the Judgment Day thing, it's cooked. It's done. Stop. Just stop. They had a good run for a bit. It's time to stop. It's at best a shadow of its former glory, running these Fallout angles for 2 years now since the Priest Balor teases. Stop. Please. I'm begging. And this whole Jay Gunther feud has been post-match attacks. It's like... When he declared 10 weeks of hell, this is not what I had in mind. The Jimmy stuff was good, don't get me wrong. Because maybe he'll actually heat up once he beats the shit out of Jimmy Uso, maybe, and makes Jey Uso watch, but... They had Jey Uso slit just to have a deliberate botch. Is that what this is going to be built on now? And then Rhea, like, oh, I don't give a damn about WrestleMania. Why'd you sign the damn contract? Doesn't make sense, dude. Feels so forced in this feud. It's on paper. The shows look good until they hit TV or Netflix. Another episode where there's few good things, but overall it's just not fun. It just feels like a chore watching this crap, man. It wasn't a great show. I'm just being honest. I can't sit here and tell you it was a good show. It wasn't bad. There was a few good things, but it was fine. It's okay to criticize a product. I'm tired of WWE fans saying you can't criticize a product. Like, God, worse. They're up there with, jeez Christ. AEW and WWE fans are the worst when you criticize their fucking product. Like, we have 26 days until WrestleMania, Triple H. What are we doing? You have failed this year. Last year was way better. Hope he and the creative team have a come-to-Jesus moment this week and redeem themselves in London. Rock and Cody in Chicago was exactly 1 year ago. Think about that show versus this. I understand that can't reach that level. I'm not saying it will. And I think I said that a few days ago too about Wrestlemania build. But outside of Cody and Cena, I just can't get emotionally invested in anything else. I mean, maybe the women's triple threat, but I know the card is stacked, but we just don't need to have triple threat, fatal 4-8. Like, it's almost like these international shows are just filler. And so this tweet a few days ago. It said, "Oh, you know those guys you want to see? Yeah, they're going to be on another show. Different scene. Make sure to tune in." And we've gotten 3 of these promos in the build to Punk, Roman, and Seth. They're never there at the same time except for Friday when it was fucking shit. And a contract signing with a triple threat match with no contract signing for a triple threat match with no title on the line. It's ridiculous. It's looking like Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Ludwig Kaiser, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes are going to be on the outside looking in for Mania. I don't get it. I mean, maybe it's for the best because we're in for a stinker, but I don't think Mania is going to suck. But why is guys like Andrade, Carmelo Hayes not on the damn card? Gosh, imagine getting mad at people for criticizing the potential Mania card, which shaped me up to be really underwhelming. It's just lazy. Let it play out. Oh, just shut up and consume. And they're adding Balor and Dom to the IC title match. It's extremely unnecessary. And waters down what would have been an interesting singles match. Like, and we get a DQ finish in the main event. Yeah, great. Great TV, guys. And people are like, "Oh, I don't know what you want from me." I want a match where it doesn't feel like everyone is being crammed into this card with little personal or emotional stakes, no stories, because so many mid-carders just don't ever make pay-per-views. I'm tired of these people like, "Oh, fantasy booking." It's not just fantasy booking. People act like everyone just wanted their fantasy booking to come true. It's like, no, I would have liked what's supposed to be the biggest show of the year to have actual heated singles matches on it with weeks of interesting builds and not thrown together multi-men, multi-women matches. And I'm not even, I mean, I'm excited for the women triple threat, but the story, I'm just not into that either. I'm being honest. The build to the World Heavyweight Championship match was heat with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. Now we're stuck with Gunther and Jey Uso. I love Gunther. I like Jey Uso, but he's not a great wrestler, and just the build has been ass. And they've had him feuding with A-Town down. Yeah, A-Town down. But that old Grando, Mary Connor, what the fuck? WWE isn't helping. They're not helping themselves with those allegations of being racist. I'm not saying it is, but that's Chad Gable's new gimmick. Ridiculous. And Dragon Lee got unmasked, so yeah, they're not being the fucking allegations. I'm not saying they are, I'm just saying they're not being the allegations. And we have 3 editions of Raw left for Mania 41. I don't know if they can do anything that exciting for WrestleMania 41. Triple H ruined the fucking card. If it's not him, it could be TKO, but until somebody tells me it's Triple H, spawn my book. They should have had Cena win the Rumble, pick Cody, or have Punk win it, and pick Gunther, and then you can have, obviously Cena won the Chamber, pick Cody there, Bianca wins the Chamber, will face Tiffany, Io wins the Rumble, faces Rhea. That would have been perfect for WrestleMania 41. Instead, we got what we got. With Charlotte Flair, and that shit, man. But yeah, I mean, I like the Lyris match, and the Usos backstage. segment with Jimmy and Jay, but ain't really, not really much else. I really not. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.